Does anybody just like come to the window and like look in for a little while?
All the time, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't know what the. I guess it's like press for the bookstore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also advertises that there is a studio here,
All
and
right.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe people look in and I think that they maybe assume that there's like famous people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, an incorrect assumption, but
Yeah, no, because if we were famous, we would record our podcasts at a place where the studio didn't look out onto a busy Manhattan street.
it'd be why aren't you less famous?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the sequel. Once I can get,
Once everybody takes off.
yeah, once I get
Have 'em
enough
all back.
clout, and then it's gonna be who would be on that? Who's somebody who should be less famous?
I don't know. I don't want to throw shade at everyone with power.
Do it. Immediate start of the podcast. Let's get it.
I don't have a list of people I think should be less famous like right on the top of my head, but there's like I can I just thought of like 7 people, but I just don't want to.
All right. Too positive. We'll
I'm
save
too
it.
scared.
You're too scared. Well, I'll that was a lot for the first question of the podcast.
I think it's just like with stand up.
Oh, it didn't have to be stand up. It could be anyone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million people, but there's like when I think with this like career, you sometimes meet the people that you like admire, and then you're just like, I was talking so much shit on that podcast,
And then there's
I didn't think
really
I'd run
nice.
into you, but then you do.
Have you had that happen?
Yeah, I've run into people where I was like, man, that's pretty crazy that I just have all this audio about this guy that I just like hung out with for a straight hour.
Like these are like people you like open for or what?
Yeah, open for, but like also just like random shows in New York. You'll just like go up and like your hero will be hanging out, on the show, and you're like, oh man, or just like some random famous person.
Yeah. How long have you been doing stand up?
16 years.
How old are you?
39. Just turned 39.
Okay, I was trying to guess your age earlier. I was thinking.
What do you think?
So I was thinking between 34 and 38. Yeah. But then I was like, I think you just look a little younger than you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think I take care of myself better than like, the average.
Definitely better than the average comedian, for sure. I don't know about the average guy, but definitely better than the average comedian.
I think about my health more than a lot of my friends think about it. But I still have all these like vices.
Sure. Like what are your vices? These
Smoke,
weed or tobacco?
Tobacco. I mean, I get high too, but to a much lesser extent. I barely ever get high. But then
that's my big one.
Yeah,
I like getting high.
I mean, I do too, but like it has a definitive impact on my productivity.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things I do.
I can't do it during the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I got high for the first time during the day. Sunday.
First time you'd ever done that?
No, since like college. It's been like 20 years since I got high during the day. But then I just recorded an hour on Saturday, and I came home when the sun was coming up. I never do any of these things.
Yeah.
And then I woke up at like 10 o'clock, and I had such like a throbbing headache. I was like, my wife. And my daughter.
Wow, this is quite a Freudian slip there.
I can't stop calling my wife and daughter my parents. They were out of town, so I was able to just wake up at 10, and then I just like got high immediately, and then I went back to sleep for like 3 hours. I loved that. And I did it again.
Yeah.
I cooked a steak.
Oh,
I had like
a
great Sunday. Took a little run. But anyway, that's like atypical of my behavior. Most of the time I am like thinking about food and trying not to be too terrible. But the smoking is a problem. But it only really comes up like specific shows where there's like where the hang is really good. And then if there's even one other person smoking outside who I like, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, very peer pressure.
Yeah. It's less peer pressure, more just
smoke
like
cigarettes at 39.
I have a visceral animal reaction to certain people just because I've smoked cigarettes with them before. So when I see them, my heart starts to race, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's here. I bet he's got a cigarette. Like, it's like I have this addicted heart. So like, yeah, when I see specific people, my whole body chemistry changes, and I'm like, they're here. I associate with them with cigarettes. This is my cigarette guy.
Yeah. So we got cigarettes. What are the other vices?
Drinking to some like extent. Once again, I'm not crazy with it, but like definitely if I'm on the road, I will tend to start drinking just out of pure, I don't know if it's not necessarily boredom, but like something's got to switch up the vibe from like the show you do at 7, from like sometimes they have shows at like 11. And it's like I'm gonna start drinking at some point just to like change who I am by this last show to make it more like exciting or something. And then I guess my greatest vice is like snacks. I have to really make a concerted effort not to like eat.
Me too.
Especially like late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm driving home late
What's
at night.
your go-to snacks?
Big chip guy.
Yeah.
I like all the kettle chips.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, I like the ones with like the ridges, I think it's like jalapeno. They have this like new one. It's like I don't even know it's just like spicy. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Sour cream and onion barbecue.
Classic stuff. Where are you from? Are you from Chicago?
I moved from Chicago 2016.
Where are you from originally?
Parents moved around a bunch. I grew up in Connecticut, and then we moved to outside of Detroit and Grosse Pointe, and then outside of Philly, back to Connecticut. Then they moved to Tennessee after high school. Oh wait, we moved to Chicago for a year in high school. So I was in Chicago for a year in high school, then back to Connecticut, then Tennessee. Sorry, that's all kind of boring. And now they live in Massachusetts.
Why'd they move around so much?
I don't know. Dad just kept getting new jobs, and I guess that's just something he used to do.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe people still do this, but
I don't know. We never moved. My parents are still in the house that I grew up in.
Yeah.
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm in Jersey now, so I'm like, I kind of love the town I'm in. If I could afford a house, I would be happy to like just be there. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many things I want to talk to you because we don't like know each other that well. Like we've met a few times.
Yeah.
But you're very prolific, especially for somebody like at your level. Like you've come up a lot on this podcast as like somebody people think should be more famous.
Oh, and it's nice to thanks.
Oh, it's not me. I'm not saying
No, of course. Thank you, people who have come on the podcast and mentioned my name.
Your name's come up quite a bit, and like this was your 7th hour that you just filmed.
Yeah, that was the 7th one.
That's crazy. That's a lot of hours.
It's a lot.
That's like almost like an hour every other year, and like. So when did you film your first? Because you're not filming a special. Your first year doing stand-up. You've been doing stand-up 16 years, and you have 7 hours.
Yeah. So the first one was 2015, and then just kind of been going since.
Basically,
then.
like 7 and 10 years. Basically, that's pretty. I mean.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like it's a career.
Yeah.
And so I feel happy with it. At the same time, it is like so much comedy to write and perform and then still be destitute. So it's like it is a strange feeling.
And I know. It's that's why it's interesting because I think most people, unless they're like, touring, like selling out everywhere, they will maybe have like 1 or 2 specials or 1 or 2 albums. And what's driven you to like want to put so much stuff out?
So it's like, for one, I view comedy the way like you view like being an author or something. I like the process. I like the creation of the hour. I like the whole thing that drove me to stand up was like writing bits and then putting them together in a cohesive way and recording that. And so like that's just what I think of as stand up. Like if you're a person who is an author, you write books. If you're a comedian, you write hours. And so regardless of what's going on externally, whether it's like my career or money or whatever, my goal is always the same. It's like just make an hour because that's like what I like doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you started doing comedy in Chicago. You're 23 when you started?
Yeah, 22, yeah.
And what were you doing? Like, were you in college there? What was the...
No, I went to school in Miami, Florida, and then I just...
University of Miami?
Uh-huh, yeah.
What did you study?
Advertising.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I thought I was going to go into advertising. And I did work in advertising for a little bit. But...
To be an advertising guy in Miami seems like such a different guy than who you are now.
Well, I wasn't doing advertising in Miami.
Sure, but you were studying advertising in Miami. Yeah.
Yeah. It's different and it's the same. Like writing a headline is the same as writing a punchline, where it's like you say the thing and then there's this little twist and then that'll be... But in advertising, the twist doesn't have to be funny. Sometimes it can just be like clever. So,
okay, sorry, I interrupted you. You went to school in Miami for advertising and then...
Yeah, and then I moved to Chicago because, like I said, I spent 1 year outside of Chicago in high school, and so it was like familiar to me, and I knew I didn't want to get involved with any sort of city that had like an industry presence because like it would be hard to be good.
Yeah.
And it was like an astute observation to have at that stage, and I'm so glad I had it because I just wound up in Chicago where there is no industry pressure. But then also there was like, I had Second City in my head. I was like, I didn't even really know what that was, but I was like, there is a comedy breeding ground here, even if I don't understand what that is. So it just made sense to me. Like, this is a familiar city, no industry presence, but a lot of people came up there that I am familiar with. So I was like, all right, I'll just go there and see what stand-up is.
But you moved there, like, had you done stand-up at all?
Yeah, I'd done like a bunch of mics at the Miami Improv, which is, I believe it's shut down now. But it was, a bunch of mics there. And then some like school stuff. I won a competition, this is kind of a story. I won my 7th time doing stand-up. I won this competition on campus. And my prize was I got to open for Finesse Mitchell, who was on SNL. Yeah. And so Finesse came to campus, and then they asked me to do a half hour, which this is my 8th time doing stand-up. Every time I had done stand-up, I'd always done a new 5.
Yeah.
Because every time I do stand-up is like months will go by, and then I do it again. So I wrote a half hour. And then I performed it. Each joke worse than the last from the first joke.
Did you come out strong though, or like was it
my opening
like
joke?
You started good.
Yeah, so he's like a bald guy. So I had a joke about like his name is Finesse Mitchell. So Finesse and then Paul Mitchell are both shampoos, and so I had some joke about how he's got a shampoo name for a bald guy or whatever. Convoluted.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't even work right now. And so like no one really understood. I don't even think people like realized those were shampoos. I don't know.
I've never heard of. I know Paul Mitchell. I've never heard of Finesse.
Yeah.
Also, you're roasting. Like
I don't know.
Waiting for this guy to be roasting.
I was like, I'll get the crowd on board with something familiar, shampoo material. I'll nag Finesse a little bit. That's what comics do. All of it is like terrible. So it's just like 30 minutes of just each joke worse than the previous joke. And then I got off stage and I got really drunk and really high. And then I gave him a big hug. I'm like, I'm so sorry after he got off stage. And I was like so sad.
How was he?
He was great. Yeah, he really got him immediately. Kind of by shitting on me, which you have to do.
Which you asked for that, roasting him in your opening joke.
He said something about like, sorry, David was up here interrupting all your conversation. Something like that. Because they were all talking by the end of it. Just like waiting for him to get there. I felt so, I went over my time. I did like 32 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like, the whole thing was a disaster. And then I got back to my apartment and my friends had hung up a big like banner. They were going to like surprise me with like a big party for like, this is a big accomplishment. So we'll have a big party. So I walk in, there's like a banner that's like, congrats, Dave. And then like all these people are there and I'm like, so drunk and high. I'm like, it was just such a nightmare. And then I just like kind of retreated to my bed while this party was going on and just like abandoned everyone. That was like...
Oh my God. Yeah, and then was that... did you kind of view that as like a wake-up call of like what it takes to be good at stand-up? Or like... Was there like an internalized positive message to that?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it didn't like stop my desire to want to do it. And so it was like, okay, gotta go write something now. So it was like more like that. So like the fact that it didn't immediately derail the whole career is like the positive thing.
Yeah.
And then I ran into Finesse like an SNL after party.
Yeah.
Chris Red came up in Chicago, and so he brought me to SNL, and then he like introduced me to Finesse, and then Chris knew the story, so he made me tell the story to Finesse. And then Finesse said he remembered because I was like the only guy who's ever like hugged him like that.
Oh my God.
He was like, then we took a picture together, but I don't know where that ended up.
That's so funny.
It all came around. But that's what I'm saying. You end up meeting these people again. Yeah. Like, they don't just, like, go away. These people are in your life.
And so then, so you moved to Chicago, and did you move there with the intention of, like, this is a place that I'm going to move for comedy?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I'll do stand-up here. And then in my head, I was also like, and I'll do advertising. But...
this is what year, like 2010?
2010, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't have, like... Miami did not prepare me for a career in advertising. So you need a portfolio. Miami didn't give me that. Miami's a bad school.
I mean, I had kind of a similar thing. I studied film in Vermont.
Okay,
and I also came out, like... I had made like a couple shorts that were essentially they were just sketches, really. Yeah. And like we're like not even that good. But yeah, I didn't have because then I had like some people when I moved here after college, like I didn't maybe going to Chicago probably would have been a good thing, but I didn't do anything like that. I was just like, I've done stand up in Vermont. I can move to New York. But I didn't have like a portfolio or anything to get like a job in film.
I mean, it's like they don't give you the tools, especially like film. I mean, I don't know how much goes into it, but like I feel like
unless you're at like an NYU or like USC, I think you're really. It's just another degree, you know, like
you're just learning your way around a camera.
Yeah, I mean, not even that. It was like mostly film theory classes. Like I still barely know how cameras work.
Damn, that's crazy.
I know. I mean, I like most of like what I've learned about like editing and filming stuff has just been through like having to like do this like and like my own stand-up clips.
Yeah. No, to not give you a practical application of
I took
insane.
Literally one production class. There was one film production class and one screenwriting class, and like everything else was like film theory and film history.
And those are like the only two classes I bet that actually matter.
Yeah.
Like because like if you don't know how to work a camera or write a script, then it's like who cares what angle you had. Like, if you don't even know.
I guess, I mean, I think that, like, the idea is, like, oh, you can, like, teach yourself that stuff on your own, but then, like, the discussions, like, how to analyze film, that's what will, like, make, and it's like, well, I could actually teach myself that stuff. I'm watching movies anyway.
Yeah.
I know, do you know Jonathan Van Halen?
Yeah.
Because he also studied film. He has a joke about it where he was like, I would, like, my homework for class would be, like, to watch a movie, which I was going to do anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, what a waste of money.
Yeah. Go watch movies.
Yeah. But, so what made you want to study advertising?
It just felt like the closest to a creative career. And so I was like, that's kind of what I wanted. Were
you always doing, like, creative stuff growing up?
I had a band, and so I thought I was going to go to college for, like, music, but then I just realized how not talented I am at that. Like,
I also had kind of a similar thing. I was a rapper in high school.
Okay, there you go.
One of my minors was music technology.
What was your rap name?
Rhyme Scheme.
Rhyme Scheme?
Spelled RIMESKEME, and everybody was like, why did you spell it like that? That's a terrible name. And I was like, yeah, but oh man. I was like,
you were sad.
Where you're like, I should workshop this before I put it on SoundCloud.
I was Dr. Drake.
Dr. Drake?
Yeah, or Freaky D, depending on.
Did you rap?
Yeah, I had some stuff.
Yeah. And what instruments did you play?
Guitar, and I was a vocalist. So I had this, like, funk band called Super Band.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was like 12 pieces. We had, like, a horn section and keyboard player, like, I think we had 2 guitar players, backup singers, like, it was awesome. And we would just cover funk music, and I would sing for that, and it was great.
You can sing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Or I used to be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can see, you look like a guitar guy. I see the guitar, that fits with everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I plateaued hard. Because
do you still play it all?
Yeah, I'll like, dick around, and I still have 2 guitars. And I'll play occasionally.
Do you play it for your daughter at all?
Mm-hmm.
Make up some funny songs for her?
Yeah.
Kids love that stuff.
She'll just start singing. She's not even singing words. She's 4.5, so she'll be, like, into the music.
She's not even singing words. She's 19.
Yeah. She'll be bobbing her head, and then she's basically freestyling, but she doesn't have the encyclopedia of words yet. Yeah. So she'll be like, "It's good to be do-bow, it's good to do." So it's just like, it's
that
pure
Kanye song.
scatting. Yeah. Yeah. She's just saying whatever she feels or whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll play, she has, like, a ukulele. She'll just play that kind of out of tune to whatever I'm playing. She just likes it.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, it's happening.
What kind of music were you listening to growing up? Like, when you were playing music, you're a big funk guy?
Yeah, all funk.
Well,
yeah.
who are we talking about?
Parliament.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah.
I saw them.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, when did you see them?
2018.
Okay, yeah. So you're seeing them. Yeah, so George Clinton's sitting down a lot now.
Yeah. They're like, there's like 90 of them. There's like, because it wasn't Parliament or Funkadelic. It was like the Parliament Funkadelic experience. Like, it's the combination of all the bands.
It's just like whoever's alive.
Yeah, whoever
that
can
day.
make it.
Yeah.
It's essentially, it's what you did with the comedians you should know, the 30 people. It's like that.
Yeah. No, they have this DVD live in Houston, and I used to watch that all the time when I was growing up. It was just like, they would come out, and this guy had a diaper on, and then he comes out with his guitar, and then he just, like, starts shredding in this, like, crazy way. And I was like, man, this guy in the diaper is really crushing it.
Yeah.
But I loved the whole vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so who else were you listening to?
A lot of early 90s hip hop, like Cypress Hill. Biggie to a lesser extent later. Yeah. I found out about, like, all that kind of stuff, like, later. Yeah. So it was a lot of, like, Public Enemy, And then Red Hot Chili Peppers, I really liked.
I mean, that's kind of the perfect blend for. That makes sense. Like, white guy who likes funk and hip hop, like it plays guitar. Like that's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Bloodsex Sugar Magic was my favorite album of all time, and me and my friend Mike would just like we'd sing it in the basement. We just would listen to it and just like get high and love it. Rage I liked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All that stuff. As I get older, I have like a more eclectic funk taste.
Yeah, so who are you listening to now as you've gotten...
Like my favorite, like when I see funk live, what I listen to is different than what I like what I see. So like I've been to like Dumpsta Funk a bunch.
Uh-huh.
You ever hear them?
No.
It's like Ivan Neville's band. It's like so fun. I had a lot of fun at St. Paul and the Broken Bones. That was like...
yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. I really like them. It's more like soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. These are just bands I like.
Yeah. This is the name dropping hour. I do
I'll tell you what bands I like.
Sometimes, like, I feel like it's like boring podcasting, but I'm like, I do just want to hear people say names of things and people they like sometimes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean...
But, okay, but were you always like a comedy fan?
Yeah, I mean, I always used to watch the Comedy Central Presents growing up, and that was like always on TV. And we had this like little TV in the corner of our kitchen, and I would just kind of watch Comedy Central Presents while I ate Cheez-Its or some other snack. So I came up loving stand-up. And then I was on like a talent show in high school, like one of the high school talent shows, and I wrote a song, like an acoustic song, and before I played the song, I dedicated it to like the new guidance counselor, who I thought was like kind of hot. So I had some bit about how the new guidance counselor is kind of attractive, and I got like a big laugh, and I almost liked that more than the whole song I played.
Yeah.
So it put something in my mind like, ooh, maybe I should just like write little bits. And so I had a little notebook full of like little bits that I would write, but I didn't do anything with it until I got to college. And then when I saw that there was an open mic night at the Improv, I just like tried them out.
Yeah, and were you writing other stuff like in middle school, high school, whatever? Like, were you always like a big writer?
Yeah, I had. Aside from music, I would like write songs. A lot of them are melodramatic. Like I wrote a song "Iron Tears" in sophomore year of high school. Just these are hard tears, you know. But then me and my friend Mike, we wrote this. It was called The Experience, and we would take like girls, sometimes guys, on dates, and they're like fake dates.
Yeah.
And we called it The Experience, and then the date would always be like to like Chuck E. Cheese, or like we did like laser tag once. When we took our like guys on dates, we'd always go to like very feminine spot. We'd go to like a nail salon or a tanning bed or something.
Uh-huh.
And then we'd have them fill out a survey about just like what the experience was like, and then I'd do a write-up online, and so we had a website.
Are you filming this too, or
No.
Okay.
We took pictures, post pictures, and we called it The Experience, and then it was like...
Because now this would be an Instagram show. Now this would be a 1-minute Instagram show.
Yeah, it was like a dating war. Who's better at dating? And it was all a bit. But I would write these very long, elaborate... It was basically like a blog. And I'm so glad all of it's like scrubbed from the internet. We were using like GeoCities.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I would be embarrassed by the way I was speaking as a high school boy. But it was, I was always writing. So I like writing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You've written 7 hours of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
You kind of have
I have a process.
Yeah.
There's like
so what is your process?
So every day I write like from the previous day, I think what was the moment of highest emotional resonance, and then I pinpoint that, and then I write like a paragraph on like what that was. This is how I get a lot of just like a ton of material, just because like if you start from a place of high emotion, that's generally a good like that means someone's probably going to be invested in what you're talking about. And so getting someone interested in what you're saying is almost like it's like almost just as important as like writing a good bit.
Yeah. And how long did it take you to discover that process? Like, when did you start doing that?
I started doing that because I saw a TED Talk, and it was like this guy who was like, he was a storyteller. So he was just talking about how do you get stories. What he was saying is basically like we all have these big stories in our lives. Like we've all got like 5 stories where we're on the brink of death, or like some sort of cheating catastrophe, or something. You know what I mean? Like those big, you see a guy die or something. We've all got like 3 stories like that. And so those are all interesting just as they are.
Yeah.
But if you're going to keep being a storyteller, you need to be able to identify smaller moments and have an arc in a small moment too. Because like there's a million little stories occurring. So his example was he was out walking his dog in the rain. And he was miserable. He hated it. He's like, I hate walking this dog right now. But then he realized that the dog is kind of old, and maybe this is the last time he'll ever walk the dog in the rain. And so this is actually kind of a beautiful moment. So like you see, like there's a story here, there's an arc here, there's a change of his mind, but it's a nothing moment to most people. Like, oh, it's just a guy walking a dog.
Right.
So when I first got to New York, where I could do time was mostly storytelling mics. That's where you get to go, do 8 minutes as opposed to 2 minutes. So I kind of gravitated toward that direction, and then this became my process for continuing to do those mics because I had to like keep thinking of new stories. So previous day, highest moment of some sort of emotional resonance, write it down, and then that's like my first.
Yeah.
That's where I start everything. And then outside of that, I have like little thoughts I have during the day. I'll write those in a note app.
Yeah.
And then I'll like free write on all that stuff, either the moment or the bit, just like kind of on my own.
Yeah. I can tell you're getting distracted by whatever that weird noise was.
Oh, no. Sorry to look around.
No, I thought that's what I was thinking. I was like waiting for it to stop.
Oh, I was waiting for her to come in. I heard like a click, so I was waiting.
Oh, you thought that she was gonna be like, "Get the fuck out"?
Oh, I thought a person was just gonna come in.
Oh,
yeah. So that's what I was prepped for.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
not totally thrown off.
Okay, that's just then that's all me. Just incredible hosting by me.
No. That's clearly I put out a vibe that I was.
No. I was
not totally present.
No. You did a great job. You're doing great.
I'm doing the best I can.
But no, I'm always fascinated by other comics like writing processes because it's so different, and some people just don't really have one.
No, there's people who just don't write at all.
Yeah.
Or don't write anything down. I think that's like a mistake, because then I know 1,000 comics that are like, they have a great bit and then they never write it anywhere. And then 10 years go by and I'm like, whatever happened to that bit? And they're like, what? What are you talking about? It's like, I have written everything down. I can go back. My closers are sometimes bits that I wrote 10 years ago, but I just didn't have a brain for it.
What, when you perform, how tightly written is your stuff? Like,
it's like, so everything, I write it down, I perform it, I listen to it, and then I rewrite the bit based on the way I said it, because the way you speak is different than the way you write.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll even, to the point of like, if I say, yeah, man, then I was at like the beach, I'll write that. Yeah, man, then I was at like the beach, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
I'll transcribe that into my Word document or whatever. And so once I have like a bit that I like and I like the way I'm saying it, then that gets kind of like banked. And so I can come back to it later. But like basically everything is like pretty written. And then once I have it all in my head, then I can kind of go off script.
Yeah.
And so like the hour I just did, because it's so tightly written, I can mess around now and come back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like what ends up coming out is not necessarily tight, but like the writing is all, I know exactly what I'm going to say.
Right. And so do you write from stage at all?
Yeah. So like once you have your like outline, your idea, a lot of times like thoughts will just come to you, especially if it's like a hot show. Mm-hmm. You'll just like feel, I don't know, some part of you will get excited at a laugh, and then you'll start tagging stuff. Yeah. So I record all that, and then I just add those tags to the document. And so, yeah.
When you started, you were doing like a lot of storytelling mics when you first moved here? Mm-hmm. What was that? What were those like? It's
like one of the Creek. They're all.
I remember that one.
Yeah, the Dump.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all great because like a regular open mic, you kind of hate it, especially like stand-up open mic is like a hell thing. And I was grateful when I stopped going. It like lifted something from my heart when I was like, I'm done. I'm never going back to another open mic again. But I never felt that way with storytelling mics. Like I would do a storytelling mic right now. It's because like people are going up and they're telling you something true or real. A lot of times it's not even stand up. So it's just like somebody has a story that they thought was like worth sharing. And so chances are whatever that is worth listening to. And it's more like real than just like somebody going up with like bits. A lot of them they might not even care about.
Right. Just reading off their phone.
Yeah.
That's always so annoying to me. Like at least because I write a lot on my phone. Like most of my jokes I write in my notes app. But like I'm at least like writing out a set list on a piece of paper. So if I have to look at something, I'm not. It just looks so much worse if you're staring at your phone.
Yeah, totally.
Even if it's just an open mic. Like so when's the last time you went to an open mic?
Probably, I don't know, maybe right at like the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was doing Zoom mics during the pandemic. I would do this mic in Chicago. I would just like Zoom in, and I would do that. That was like what I was like doing every Wednesday during the pandemic. Was I'd like Zoom into Chicago, and then after the pandemic, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
We were on a Zoom show together.
Oh yeah, what did we do?
It was a Vermont Comedy Club show. They were doing like a 24-hour stream thing, and
a Vermont Comedy Club show.
I think you were on it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the first time I'd heard of you. When did you move here to New York?
2016.
2016. Okay. Mm-hmm. What was the thing that made you feel like you were ready to move to New York?
You can like top out in Chicago, so you feel it. I'd run shows there for 6 years. I ran an open mic the whole time I was there. And then you just start doing all the clubs, and you're just kind of like always closing them out. You're just always going up, but you're not really being pushed anymore because like everyone you looked up to is either gone or, you are them. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can top out. And then the second you get to New York, you're on shows again with people that are like so much better. So then you start being pushed again.
Yeah. Who did you move here with? A lot of the Chicago guys? Like, did you move here around the same time as like Tommy McNamara and? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I moved I think after Tommy,
so most of my friends were all here.
Yeah.
Like kind of all of them. So like Kenny DeForest and Lisa Traeger and Drew Michael, Lebo, Chalks. Yeah. Everyone I was like really good friends with in Chicago was already here. So it was like the easiest transition in the world. Tommy Mack, they just showed me where to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's it been like for you having some of the people, like, you mentioned Chris Redd and Drew Michael, like having some of the people that you came up with sort of like ascend in terms of like their like comedy status?
I think it's just like interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's inevitable. You start with people and then some of them are gonna blow past you and create, like Sarah Sherman used to do my mic, Mateo used to do my mic in Chicago, and I'm watching them both like it's like skyrocketing in a way that I can't even like comprehend.
Yeah.
Because you never I don't think you ever really think it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like a part of you wants it to happen, but I don't think you actually think it's possible.
To you or for other people?
For when I started stand-up, like I was like, I want this to happen, but like, I was never like, oh, but I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think it's like you want something to happen, but you never can conceive of it happening to you. Like, like you still are watching fame from a distance. You don't realize you're like that close to it. And then time goes on and you see how close you are to these things. And it's like, it's just a weird feeling.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. I've noticed that a little bit with the new Kevin Hart show on Netflix, and just seeing like people that I know from open mics that are on that show. Yeah, and it's like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's all crazy.
But is it a lot of the people that sort of blew up? Is it people that like you expected that? Like you mentioned Mateo and Sarah Sherman, like.
Yeah, some of them are, and some of them will surprise you.
Who's surprising?
I guess like a guy like Will Miles was just a very like normal comic in Chicago, but just a charming dude, just always charming. But like you don't clock it as like this is a, you just don't see. I feel strange saying it. Yeah. But then you like you see what his skill set is, and it's like, all right, this dude is a great writer and he's a good hang. And it's like, of course you're gonna hire this guy. This guy can write and he is fun to be around. And it's like that plays a big role. So like it wasn't like as a parent, as like it was like a sneakier type of success, because it's like you see guys like Drew and you're like, all right, all these bits are great and there's like something's gonna blow up for this guy. And then you see somebody like Will and it's like an insidious it sneaks up on you and you're like, oh damn. And then like 10 years go by and you're like, all right, this is clearly a winner here.
Yeah.
How
have you been able to like balance your personal life with comedy? Because you're somebody that I look at and like it seems like you have you're doing a lot of comedy and like you have a wife, you got a kid. Like what's been how have you been able to do it? Because that seems like a thing that a lot of people have a really hard time with.
Yeah, I do it badly. It'd be different if I was making a lot of money. But
well, of course. It wouldn't everything.
I'm not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I have a job.
What do you do? Are you still moving?
Not moving anymore, but I do I do construction in Jersey, and then I do like furniture staging for a realty company. So I kind of go back and forth with those two things. I eventually think I'm going to try to just be kind of a general contractor. I think that's like the path that makes sense. But like I work, and then I pick up my daughter at 2:30, and then I'm with her until bedtime, and then I come do stand-up. And so, that's already kind of a stressed, work-life balance.
Yeah.
And then, this last couple months was the most I've ever gone on the road. And every time I go on the road, it punishes my wife because now she also has a job, so she goes to work all week and then she can't chill during the weekend because then I disappear. So it's like, there's like a lot of tension. And I thought originally like, oh, this works out perfect because like she works during the day and then I can work at night. But it really is just like, there's no balance that works unless you're making a lot of money and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. And so I make enough money, but I'm not like, when you're not crushing it, it's like a problem.
Yeah. How'd you and your wife meet?
Advertising.
Oh, she works in advertising?
So in 2000, she works at Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like an art director. Mm-hmm. But she was in advertising.
Well, so did you work in advertising like after school?
Yeah, I went to a portfolio school, which gave me in 1 year all of the things I needed to get a job in advertising, as opposed to the 4-year degree I did at Miami, which gave me nothing. Mm-hmm. And so then I was like, yeah, I've worked in advertising pretty much until 2000, like, I don't know, I guess like 2000 or 2 years ago or something like that.
What was this? What was the switch?
I would always pick up freelance stuff. So I always picked up a lot of writing. So my last job was with this account, Chubbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're...
What do they make?
Like menswear.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But it's like for fun.
I think they
regular looking guys,
right?
Yeah. So Chubbies, I did some stuff with Chubbies, and that was awesome. But I really do think AI has had like a negative impact on this whole industry because I used to pick up jobs all the time, and they just aren't there.
Oh, it's really bad. I feel like every ad I see is either for AI or looks like it's made by AI.
Yeah,
and it's.
And no one gives a shit.
It's either people making stuff about AI to advertise AI, or it's AI making stuff for everything else.
Yeah.
Where you say nobody gives a shit.
Well, no one cares if AI makes your ads.
Sure, yeah.
Ads suck.
Yeah.
So who cares who's making them? And I don't think there's much empathy about all these people losing careers. It's like, ads suck, you're making shit that sucks, your career sucks. So... now it's all going away, even though that was like the most fun version of corporate life.
Well, because it's the one place where like as like a creative person, you're like, all right, I can sort of use my skill set and get paid. Yeah. And then even like you look at like advertising, like the real people that are in there, it's all celebrities now.
Yeah.
It's all where like. It used to be like it was guys like just random like comics and actors that like.
Well, it's celebrity. It's also like influencers.
Yes.
Like the advertising platform has shifted away from if you can get a person with 1 million followers to be like, hey, look at this, it's a Mountain Dew. That's like way more effective than just like creating an ad.
Yeah.
And having it go on during. I don't even know what television is on anymore.
The only time I ever watch TV is
Little
like
Sheldon.
sports.
Is that?
I heard they're making another Big Bang Theory spinoff where it's like a post-apocalyptic world.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're really doing some crazy things with this.
With
this
Big
universe.
Bang, they're really. I didn't watch the Big Bang Theory.
I've never seen any of it.
Yeah. So. It's news to me.
Little Sheldon. My grandmother loves that show.
Yeah, they often do.
That's kind of what it's made for.
My grandfather loved 2.5 Men. He would be like, "Can you believe what this guy's doing?" I feel like he thought it was like a real guy.
Yeah, he thought Charlie Sheen was like improvising the whole show.
So I think Charlie Sheen is like, really hooking up.
He probably was.
Yeah, he was.
But. I lost my train of thought. I had like an incredible question to ask.
Oh, it's all right, man. You'll find it again.
Yeah, it's probably over.
Oh, But that is why I decided, like, I had like an in with like construction, and I was like I have to do this because it's a skill job that AI can't handle. So like that's my new thing is like I have to do shit that AI can't do, and then I will be okay. And that is the goal right now is to be okay. So AI can't do stand up, and AI can't build a house. So that's where I'm
Which of
putting my
those
energy.
things do you think it would have an easier time with?
Building a house or stand up?
Yeah.
I guess stand up, because just like logistically you have to create like robots and stuff. You have to like be present in a place in order to like build it.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember the question I was going to ask. So you started stand up like before there was really social media, like, you know, like Twitter existed then, but before social media was what it is now. And like what has that been like, watching the way that has changed people's perceptions of comedy and like changed the things that comics are doing and like who's getting what?
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't sign up to be an advertising company, and that's what I am becoming.
Yeah.
And like my first 3 albums are just albums. They're audio.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't even a visual component.
Because that used to be a thing. Now nothing. Like if I didn't have to, this would be a fully audio podcast.
Yeah.
I don't like having that ring light.
Yeah.
I don't like having but I have to post clips, otherwise nobody's gonna see this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think it's been like, I mean, it sucks for so many reasons. Like I used to listen to comedy albums, and I love comedy albums.
Yeah.
So I made the thing that I love. I love comedy albums. Now that it's a visual art form, it's been kind of fun to like mess around with set design. I really like set stuff. But the chopping it up on Instagram and feeding it to people that way. People hit me up all the time to like, hey, can I clip up your set and show you what I can do and do your social media? And then they'll clip up a bit, and all the words are like small words, big words, red word, you know, and I'm like, and then they'll like cut out the breaths. So there's no breath in the stand-up. Yeah. So it's just like, all the important words with no breaths, no waiting, and then all the words are flashing at your face, and I'm like, this is like the worst version of anything. Yeah. It's like this is the version of a thing that like you show to like a fly, and I don't want to make fly comedy.
No, exactly. Well, and I think that one of the things what I really enjoy about your stand-up specifically is the way that you like play with that breath and like the space between things. Like you take your time with it.
Yeah, there's like sometimes like not getting a laugh and then just waiting a couple extra seconds, then you'll get a laugh. And it's just because they knew you wanted one and you didn't get it. Yeah. And now you're sitting in it, and now they're like, they have no choice. It's like there's an animal dynamic going on. It's like a surfing where you're picking up on a vibe.
Yeah. Have you always been comfortable though with that like when a joke doesn't land, just kind of like sitting in it?
No, I mean it depends on like the thing. Like some bits I have where I'm like, this is gonna occasionally not work, and then when it doesn't, I almost have like an evilness about me where I'm like, I'm kind of excited because I knew it wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. But I did it anyway, and that makes me proud. You know what I mean? But there's times where I like really want something to hit, and my closer on this last hour, I really didn't figure it out until Tuesday. And then every time I did it before that, just like the last sentence was just wrong. And I was like, man, I don't love I don't love that this hour ends in kind of tepid. Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, I feel bad when things don't work, but
yeah. Well, but okay, back to the social media hellscape that we live in. But I mean, because I started a little bit after. I've been doing stand up for like 9 years, and even for me, I feel like it's different than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
When I started, because like TikTok and Reels didn't exist then.
No, totally.
But yeah, I guess just like how have you navigated that? Has that changed like your goals or like what you're doing at all?
I don't know. I have a huge backlog of stand-up, so I've posted that, and that's been the majority of my presence on like Instagram and TikTok. But I think if I really want to use it that way, I'd have to think of something else, like a character or sketch or something. But I don't know. I'm clearly not the thing that hits in that way.
Do you want to be, or are you okay with that?
I want money.
Yeah.
And I want a career. So like, I guess I either have to figure out how to use this in the way that it's being used, or I have to figure out another avenue. So I'm not a very good actor. So
You're not?
I don't think so.
Have you done much acting?
Yeah, I've done some acting. I don't think I translate.
Why?
I come off as kind of like stilted, I guess.
Huh.
I don't like I can't like become or inhabit another guy. So I'm very much in the vein of like a Seth Rogen.
But I think Seth Rogen's a good actor. Like, I don't think that I think there's two different types of actors, where I think there are the people that can become a different guy, and then I think there's also actors who just like, you can just be yourself, but like may act as if the situation's real.
Yes, but all right, so like I took like a year of Meisner.
Okay.
Everyone in my class could cry all the time.
Yeah.
That's all these people did, was just cry for an hour. And then I would try to cry, and I could not cry. And I do wonder if maybe I could do it now, just because like I was younger and life was like easier, and
Yeah,
now
how
life
old
is
were you?
harder. I don't know. I didn't have a kid. It's probably early 30s.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, late 20s.
Yeah.
But maybe I could cry. Maybe I could find a way to cry on command now. But like, I knew kind of in that moment, like, okay, all these people can be tapped into some sort of emotion, and I'm diffusing tension instead of escalating, and
Yeah, I do understand, because I take acting classes, and like seeing some of the people in it who are like real actors, and it's like, I don't know how the fuck you did that.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same as identifying that I was not a Mozart level musician.
Sure, yeah.
I was able to identify that in acting too, where I was like, this is just a different skill.
Did you feel like, what made you feel like confidently that you did have that in comedy, or could have that?
I don't know. I just, even when I was bad, I believed, probably wrongly or delusionally, that I had it. There was something about it where I just knew this is like something I maybe will be good at, or I have a comfort with it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it just like spoke to me in a way that I was like, I think I can wrap my head around this.
Do you remember specific comics that you watched that felt like they spoke to you in a way of like, oh, I could do that, or like I can see myself in that person?
I mean, all I can really think of is like comics that inspired, like a Sean Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched Sean in 2012. And I was like, I saw him do 4 sets, and they were all different, and they were all awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
And that inspired me to like, I was like, oh, I have to write like that. Like, and I liked his storytelling. I liked that it all had a button to it. So like, there's stuff like that where there's people I aspired to be, like a Sean, but I don't know if there's anyone where I was like, I mean, you think you can be the shitty ones. So you see a shitty comic and you're like, oh, I can do that.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I guess more so like, I'm thinking, like, I don't know, like I remember watching, like I'm trying to think of who I watched as like a kid before I did stand up and felt like there's like John Mulaney or Mike Birbiglia where it's like, and they're like incredible. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying like, oh, I'm as good as them, but I'm saying when I listen to like my favorite musicians, like when I listen to like the Beatles or Kendrick, I'm not like, I get it. I get what I'm like, how the fuck did they come up with any of that? But when I watch a lot of my favorite comics, I'm like, I kind of see what they're doing. And I could like see how I could do a version of this.
I think that's just like being in it for a while. You're able to identify all the tricks and the game that they're playing.
Yeah.
I can do that very well with like a Mike Birbiglia just because he's a storytelling comic.
Sure, so yeah.
I know what he's up to.
I'm gonna clip that. Mike Birbiglia. I know what he's up to.
Yeah. I know what that guy's going.
I know about the allegations. That would suck.
Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
People were surprised that Klay Thompson cheated on Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't know either of these people.
That's great.
I mean, I know Megan Thee Stallion.
Klay Thompson?
Don't
basketball
know Klay.
Player?
No.
Oh, that's great.
But it doesn't surprise me that people are cheating on each other,
especially celebrities,
betraying one another.
Okay, but were you always doing like storytelling? Was that always kind of like the genre of comedy that you like were doing?
I just like I don't know. I was doing it in Chicago to some extent, and then when I moved to New York, that's just when those were the mics I could get, and so that's what I started to gravitate toward, like. So, and I just like the fact that it has space.
How do you know when you're like ready to put out an hour?
Just kind of like I have everything written down. I know page to page how much time I have. So normally when I get up around 50 to an hour, then I start thinking like, oh, I could probably record this, and so then I'll set a date, and then the date will be the recording time.
Yeah.
And then over that usually it's a couple months out if you want to set a date with a venue. So then I'll take it on the road, and then usually I'll accumulate over those months another 20, 30 minutes or something, and then I'll just be whittling it down, and so I generally have a vibe like, all right, I've got something here, and then I start, once I set that date, then I start like making it into an hour.
Do you have like a feeling of like you want to write more material? So it's like, I have an hour and I like let me put it out so I can just have new stuff. After that.
I mean, some of it's like a lot of the bits. To me, because of the way I write, they're like personal, and because like I told you, like sometimes if you're looking for that highest emotional resonance from like yesterday, you can tap into that you can't tap into that one day for the next 10 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you're doing personal stuff or you're like, everything feels very present. So I like to just have a turnover because, like, I don't want to talk about my wedding now. I'm like 39 years old.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel genuine anymore. Even though I like all those bits, I don't feel connected to them in the same way. Same with my daughter. I have a lot of bits about my kid. And my kid is 4.5. So when she's 8, I can't be doing bits about her being 4.5. You know what I mean? They just don't feel... I don't connect to them anymore.
Yeah, what do you think like drives that level of authenticity? Because I think I see like a lot of comics who have no problem with just continuing to do the same jokes even if it's not true anymore.
I mean, I don't know. I want to be in the game. And if you want to be in the game, you have to like figure out ways to inspire yourself. Because like when I was doing the road in the Midwest, I would work with longtime headliners who just did the bits, they did their act. And I watched what it did to them. They become bitter, they become angry. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun for them to do these bits. They're like a circus trick. It's like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and then 20 years of that same rabbit, you're going to start to hate that rabbit. You're going to like, I want to kill this fucking rabbit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to kill a rabbit. So like this is like that's what I need to make it all feel good. I always need something new. I always need something that I need to push myself. I need to like feel like I'm alive. Otherwise, I'm just doing a set and I don't like it.
Do you think people get scared of that? Oh, like I'm not gonna write enough new material to do an hour, or like I'm not gonna write a joke that good. Like yeah.
So like, there's something that like, and I don't want to feel that way either. Like so stunted by my own material that I like. Oh, I can never write again. It's like you can always write forever, but people forget that somewhere along the line between their first open mic, where they've never gone up, they've never said anything. And then they go up and they say it. And whatever that impulse was, it's a scary impulse. Like, they're afraid. Mm-hmm. And so then when they have accumulated this material that works consistently, it's like, I don't have to feel that fear anymore. And so they stop. Like, they're like, I don't want to feel afraid anymore. And so they just don't write any more material. They don't want to, like, feel that feeling, but like that feeling is inevitable.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to keep doing it, you got to be willing to fail. And so there's some people just like lose that drive to fail.
That'd be a good album title.
Drive to fail.
It's not bad. When you finish an hour, what's that? How, like, are you taking any time off before getting back out, or is it just like immediately like, all right, on to the next one?
Yeah, I would love to like not. I mean, after my last hour, I took like several months off, but I just finished one Saturday. I don't want to be doing any sets right now. I really have no interest in it, but I am doing one tonight. I don't want to. Like, I feel like once you record something, it's like if you filmed The Godfather, and then you're Al Pacino, and then they're like, all right, well, now can you do Heat or something the next day? And you're just like, God, I just did this massive thing. I want to, like, you need to breathe between hours. So I don't know what this is. I just forgot to update my availability at a club, and so now I'm gonna go do time. But I'll take some time off.
Yeah, and what do you do during that time?
Just be alive. I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up. I'm not gonna write anything. I'll still I do that story a day every day, regardless of whatever. But it doesn't take that long. And so tomorrow, my wife wants me to clean out the garage. I'll do that. And then I'll work out. There's like a guy coming to fix the car windshield. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
See, it's funny. I feel like you're not happy with your career, but every time the more I'm just like, your life sounds awesome.
I think my life is good. It's there's purely a money thing.
Yeah. But I think
I'm happy with what I'm happy with stand up.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the industry. I'm not happy with social media. I'm not happy about what it's all become. I'm not happy that I make as little money as I make. But like, I've made the art form fun and good for myself. And I've made a way to make consistent money from it. And so it's like, I mean, it pays my rent. It does that at the very least. So I am happy, but like, I need money to make sure that my family's good. So that it's like, that sucks.
Yeah, well, but I think that's what makes, people that are like in sort of your level so interesting to me, because like you have reached this level of like doing stand up as a job and being good at it and being able to like build a life around it, but it's like there's still like the higher end.
Yeah, you're either making the most money conceivable or you work 7 jobs and your wife is mad. So it's like,
your
there's
wife's
not a
gonna
lot in between.
I think rich people's wives are still mad at them.
Sure, maybe wives are just mad. I feel like mine would be chill if I had money coming in.
So why aren't you more famous?
Why am I not more famous? I think I just don't. I don't know. I just don't have a quick hook. Like there's everyone I see with like who has some sort of fame, I can kind of identify right away. Like there's something about this. Like even when when Sarah Sherman was doing my open mic, it's still a new comic doing an open mic, so it's not going to be what they are now. But even in that moment, if it's not going good in the back of this small Wisconsin bar, I'm like, there's something about this person that is identifiable right away, and I'm like, there's a hook here, and so I was like, something is going to happen with this person, and so I feel that way with like kind of everyone I've seen explode. Like when I look at Lisa, I'm like right away, I'm like, there's something. Like there's a hook here, and it's just the person.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm hooked just because I want to know and feel and hear more about this, whatever. I don't think I have an easily identifiable thing. I don't think it's like, I think I'm just like a normal person with like, I don't think it's like an extraordinary, I think I'm just a guy who's connected to this art form. But I don't think it's like I don't think you can. It's just not the same explosive, exciting thing that you, whatever, see with these other people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
Do you feel like you thought you had that, or do you feel like that was, like, is fame important to you? Obviously, money's important. Like, obviously. We'd all like to make more money doing the thing that we love.
Yeah,
but is the fame important at all?
Fame is, if I had money coming in, I could live in obscurity forever. Yeah. And I like that. I would be totally cool. I would even be fine just like, yeah, I would be, I just want to wake up every day and I want to feel good and I want to, yeah, I don't care about if everyone on earth knows my name. I just want $10 from each of them.
Do you think that do you think people get famous by accident, or that it's only the people that like have that as like a real drive?
No, I think it's like there's I mean, I guess everyone is motivated. Like I'm motivated. Everyone is motivated by this, and they want that. So I think it's just like some people are better at it. Some people have a drive. Like some people like are like they set goals and they're like, I'm gonna be famous, and this is how I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna post 3 times a week, and just statistically, I'm going to be famous by the end of this. Some people just like hit because they're right for the moment, like, and it has nothing to do, like, the people that were good at social media weren't necessarily great comics, and then social media came around and they just like, they were ready for it. They were writing stuff like that. And so it just like took off. Like a Megan Amram, you know what I mean?
I don't know who that is.
She's like,
Megan
she was big on, no, not the Stallion. Amram. She was like big on Twitter. So like, just like, she just was funny on Twitter. She wrote like little jokes for a year, and it was just like, but they were very funny. And then she just had like a giant writing career that just came, and it's all because Twitter came out of nowhere. She just threw whatever shit thought she had out there once a day, and then by the end of it, she had a writing career.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? That's a person that just hit because she was right for that platform in that moment, and then she got the things that she was looking for, and then she wrote on like Parks and Rec and Good Place, maybe not Parks and Rec, but definitely The Good Place.
I've seen those shows.
Yeah. She was writing sitcom, like network sitcoms. Yeah.
Do you have goals? Like what are your goals?
Yeah, man. So like I said, I'm not like connected to acting as much. I mean, I'll do it and I'll try, but I love writing, and so I have 6 episodes written of like an animated series that I still occasionally will go in and pitch, but
you got a good face for animation.
I think so. And I would like to voice act something. I think that'd be fun.
I think you also I do genuinely think you have like a good voice.
Yeah, I think there's a voice that could fit for I don't know, one of the animals. But yeah, I have like 6 episodes.
Is it about animals?
Yeah, it's like a I don't know, I hesitate to. It's like an R-rated Lion King.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you watched the show Animals?
No.
Oh.
Is that the deal? Fuck.
No, it's not exactly. No, it just is like it's a comedy about animals. But it's pretty good. It's on HBO.
Okay, cool.
It was like 3 seasons, but it was like basically kind of like, you know, High Maintenance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that's like an anthology series in New York? It's like that, but each story is about different animals. So like there's pigeons, there's rats, there's like cats, dogs, like...
Are they animated?
Yeah. It's animated animals in New York, and then the human characters don't talk.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Yeah. So it's a good show. Very fun.
No, it's like an interesting take.
Yeah.
Thankfully different.
Yeah, it sounds different.
Yeah. Mine's more of a classic sitcom, but yeah, I've got that. I have like I have a moving pilot. I have a moving horror movie. I have another series. I have like a lot of. I've written a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess my goal with everything is to be able to produce and write one of these, get these things out there. And I love stand-up, so I would do this forever. It's just like, you know, when you think about the entertainment industry as a whole, it's like, there's another door. There's a guy at the window, for those listening. He's got a lot of packages.
Yeah, that's also the annoying, but there is a door here that doesn't, if it was just the window, but there's a door that doesn't open.
Yeah. This guy's coming over here.
He figured out.
Hilarious. So, yeah, man, I would love to write for television, and I don't know, keep doing stand-up, but...
I mean, you're kind of entering your prime.
I think
stand-up, that's a cool thing about it, because this is something that I've thought about a lot. That music and sports are the 2 places where people really peak in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like you could later, but like it's pretty rare.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are that's kind of the age for it. But like with stand-up especially, like 40s is kind of that's...
No, I mean, I'm definitely peak whatever this is. I can be very, very funny in a way that I was just not capable of years ago, but we'll see if that can. I'm basically trying to outrun my own life because, you know, like I'm gonna be 40, so I need to like something has to work.
When do you turn 40?
Next April.
Okay.
So one year. I just turned 39.
Well, happy late birthday.
Hey, thank you.
What's your birthday?
April 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's my aunt's birthday.
Oh, damn. Happy birthday, aunt.
Well, no, I think so. I know my cousin's birthday is the 20th, but his is easy. That's like an easy one to remember.
This isn't the kind of conversation you want to have on a mic.
Yeah. This can
God,
maybe.
I can't remember my family's
See, you know how I said I was like, I'll just start recording and then we can start it wherever. We can end it wherever too.
Yeah, you don't want your aunt listening to this one. She doesn't remember.
But yeah, what before we wrap up, what do you anything you want to plug?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have all my hours are on my website, daviddrakeComedy.com. I just recorded, I think it's my favorite one, this past weekend. So I'll be posting that there, too.
Nice. Do you have a release date for that?
No, I haven't even it happened Saturday, so
Sure,
I haven't even gotten the audio. If the audio sounds good, then it'll be great.
Yeah.
But that's the only question mark. Once I get that, then I'll start to feel secure and I'll start setting dates. And
Is this Ghost Runner Records, is that who you release your stuff through?
So I did everything, and then XM stopped taking self-submissions, so you have to go through a record label. And so Ghost Runner, I kind of retroactively sent them all my stuff, and they produced my last hour Big Break. They did the audio for that one. But yeah, so I kind of just retroactively sent them all the audio, and they were able to work that out for me.
And then with this upcoming special, are you gonna try and shop it to streamers, or just go straight to YouTube?
No, I don't even really know what the point is anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get it on Amazon.
Maybe throw it on Tubi.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's it'll just get seen less than if I just put it on YouTube. The only one that would mean something is a Netflix, Hulu, but
I mean Netflix. It seems like Netflix is if you get 5 million views on this, then maybe then they'll look at you for the next one. But
yeah.
That's kind of it. I think, at least from from my perspective.
Yeah. Well, they're not buying stand up. So
Yeah.
if I make a thing, I can't. I don't know. They'd have to want it from me, and then I would make it, and then they might buy it.
What advice would you have for comics thinking about putting together their first hour?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. There's so much that goes into it. I guess definitely think if you're going to do it visually, think visually. So there's what the set stuff is, all the things that I really get excited about right now. Just because if it is a special, then you can make it special. You can do stuff that you don't do on the road. You can do stuff that you don't normally do in your act when you're in a club. So in this one, I had a mini fridge I'd pull beers out of. I had a Frisbee on stage that I would toss out. You know what I mean? I had things to play with on stage. I made the set kind of an extension of the act. Yeah. So I think this is a tangent, but I saw Hannah Gatsby at BAM, and she had 3 rabbits on stage. And when you're looking at it, you're oh, okay, that's just her set design. But then midway through her set, she stepped on one of the rabbits, and you're oh, she's gonna do something with each one of these 3 rabbits. So you kind of get excited.
Was this taping a special or just a show? I guess a show that will become.
Yeah, she taped it and
Okay.
put it on Netflix. It's her most recent one. But yeah, I forget what it's called, but
It's already on Netflix?
I believe so. Yeah.
I saw her show Douglas. She's good.
Yeah, I don't think this one is that.
No, it's not. There's no
Yeah.
rabbits in that. That one, it's the only time that I've watched a special and enjoyed it more watching it on TV than in the room.
Yeah.
And it was just because there was a guy behind me laughing obnoxiously.
He was
loud.
ruining it.
And after he kept going, "Oh, she's so good!"
Nah, goddamn.
Almost like a performative audience member.
No, I hate that.
It's the worst. But yeah, no, I definitely think about the visual stuff a lot, because I think that I kind of feel like you got to give people a reason to watch it instead of just listening to it.
I think it's just we're all making these hours, and it's you can finance these things yourself. You can put them out yourself. You can do all of it yourself. So what is exciting now about you doing it? And so you have to find that excitement. And so the excitement that I find when I do an hour is set stuff, different than my normal hours. I'll throw in a new bit. I'll always do a new bit on an hour. Just that's not a brand new bit, but one that's wrote it very recently and it's hitting, because then I'm excited about like I know when it's coming and I get excited about it, and so I'm like, it makes the whole hour feel more exciting. Yeah. The audience picks up on that. That bit always does well, because they can pick up that I'm kind of excited that I'm doing it. Yeah. So like just anything you can do to make this, it's your night. And there's not enough nights in this career that are good. You know what I mean? So many are so bad. So you have to curate a night that's like good. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
Where you feel special. I did a special thing. It's an achievement. You should feel all those things when you're producing your hour.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. David Drake. Oh, wait. Actually, one final question. Who are some comics you want to recommend to the audience to check out? To
the audience?
Yeah. To listeners and or viewers.
I mean, Sean Patton he's my favorite, but like I feel like you got to see him like live, just because there's just like an energy there that just needs to be seen. Nick Vatterott was like always he was like a Chicago guy who lives in LA now, and he's just so funny, and there's just no reason for this person not to be known by everyone.
Yeah.
So I'll throw those two out there, and I guess if I had to, I mean, I don't know. I wish I compiled my list of comedians, but there's just so many good ones out there. Those are just the two that I have in my head.
Yeah, those are two good ones to check out. Yeah, thanks, man.
I mean, check out Lisa.
Yeah, check out David.
Yeah, check me out.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
All right, see ya. Cool.